Hi everyone. I recently asked on Reddit if some folks would like to see how I personally play XCOM 2 on Legendary in Iron Man. I see some people say that they struggle on certain difficulties and they're looking for advice on how to play the game better. And this game's old. I still get a ton of enjoyment out of it, but a lot of the guides and videos on this game are a little bit older. So I kind of wanted to put out something a little bit more updated and also just new. Slight disclaimer, I do typically play with 2 mods that change gameplay. However, for this playthrough, I'm not going to be playing with any mods that affect gameplay. That way, because I'm not sure if people on consoles can have access to mods or not, but for this particular playthrough, I'm just going to do a regular Iron Man on Legendary. The 2 mods that I do typically play with are increased squad size and another mod that basically allows all your soldiers to carry a pistol. I know for a fact that the decreased squad size mod is turned off. I can't remember which one turns, or what the name of the mod that gives all of your soldiers pistols, so that one may still be enabled. So if you see that down at the bottom beneath my soldiers at the barracks screen, just know that I'm not going to be giving them that ability. Only sharpshooters will be able to use pistols like in vanilla. So getting into Gatecrasher here, this is easily the most RNG dependent mission in the game. Your entire run can snowball based off of how well this run goes for you and also the layout of the map. So like, for example, this is a really bad Gatecrasher. Rookies are easily the worst unit in the game. Their aim is terrible. They have very low health. And even from up here on top of a building with a height advantage, they usually have anywhere from 80 to 90% chance to hit. And those of you knowing that XCOM is XCOM, you're probably going to miss a decent number of those shots. On top of that, generally the strategy for a higher level play within XCOM 2 is to do what's called an Overwatch Creep. So let's say I was revealed. What I would do is I would clump up all my soldiers together, put them all in Overwatch, and then move this guy up by 1 space, and then put him in Overwatch. So let's say that they're all 4 here together. I move this guy up 1. He doesn't reveal any enemies. They're all in Overwatch, and then a pod comes from up here, activates combat. We take all of our Overwatch shots, basically for no penalty. And for those of you who may not understand why the Advent don't just shoot you, it's because sometimes they will shoot you if you're not in cover on Overwatch. When you are revealed from concealment, so like I'm in concealment right now, if I were to get revealed and I had units outside of cover, Advent would shoot all of my units outside of cover. They wouldn't just scramble to get into spots behind walls and stuff like that. They would be able to shoot on that turn of revealing my troops. That makes doing Overwatch strategies in concealment basically much harder to do, which is the intended purpose of that mechanic. However, if I did the same thing and I'm not in concealment like I am right now, Advent will always run into cover. So that's something important to keep in mind, and it's very useful for Gatecrasher. So we're going to see if it's even possible to flawless with this start. My only real hope is that there's going to be a pod up here somewhere, and I'm going to be able to shoot them from on top of this building with this start.
Headed there now.
We're going to do blue moves to start with, just to make sure there are no civilians that are going to reveal me when I take my sprints. We're going to...
Stepping off.
Moving into position. Delta, go!
And that's what you get for making your turns too quickly, like I am right now. I was probably going to have to restart this anyway because it's not a good start.
I'm going.
We'll play through it, just see what happens.
I'm going.
Now, because my guys are not in concealment, I don't need to have them covered.
There now.
And I'm basically just going to put them in Overwatch every time I move them.
Weapon ready.
Moving to Overwatch. Covering now. Did you hear something? All right, I'll go.
Okay.
No problem,
So,
boss. Moving on target location.
Wish me luck. Watch the...
as of right now, the only real way that we managed to complete Gatecrasher without losing a rookie is if there's a pod over here and it gets activated while we're up on this roof. I kind of doubt there's going to be a pod down here, but I'll check for one.
Seems doable.
Other than that, we're going to Overwatch Others. Overwatch Others, I'm pretty sure, is a mod that I have installed. It's just quality of life improvement.
Forward stance initiated.
Okay, so
Down to mark.
These guys make up
the fact that we were not in concealment actually made this turn possibly work out better for us.
Got nothing.
Yeah, so we only took one other Overwatch shot. We can probably get a flanking shot off on this trooper with two of our units.
Headed there now.
Moving on, sir.
Another mechanic that is useful to keep in mind is, so I have a 67% chance to hit with this troop right here, and a 70% chance to hit with this troop right here. XCOM gets range bonuses, so it is always advantageous to get closer to Advent, because you'll get an increased chance to hit. Advent, however, does not suffer from that penalty. It doesn't matter if this trooper is here, he can be over here, he can be all the way up here. As long as he has line of sight on one of my my troopers, his percent to hit is always going to be the same. So I'm going to take the 70% first. I'm going to hope I either get a crit or a 4. We got a crit from our flank.
Down.
And then we know that there's another trooper all the way up here somewhere. So what we can do is we can break line of sight,
Overwatch.
and the Advent trooper will essentially just sprint towards us and not fire at us. And there's something to be said that I could leave this this rookie in Overwatch here. The problem with doing that is, one, like I mentioned, Advent, as long as he has line of sight, will still have the same percentage to hit, no matter where he is. But my troops are so far away, and I don't know if I will have a height advantage from here to here, because this might be too similar of a height. Another thing to note is Overwatch gives you, I want to say it's a minus 15% chance to hit. It might be 10. Regardless, your chance to hit with Overwatch is not as effective
Is it clear?
as just taking regular shots. So I'm going to go ahead and break line of sight. In order for that Advent troop to make it up to, I would say here, he's probably going to have to run, so I'll leave this troop in Overwatch. Okay, so the trooper may have actually disengaged and ran over to another pod.
Let's do it.
Good copy. Moving on target. All right, I'll go.
So we're going to stay in Overwatch again.
Come get some.
Yeah, combat music is gone, which means I believe that trooper has disengaged. Now I could move over here. There could be more buildings for us to get on top of over on that side of the map. So I think for now that's gonna be my plan.
Moving.
With all of my moves, since I'm not in combat, I'm gonna stay within Overwatch.
What's over there?
Just remember, on gatecrasher, you have as much time as you need. You don't have to rush into anything. One of the hard parts about gatecrasher is typically once you kill the first pod, the second pod won't move all that much.
Move into position.
Seems like half the time when I'm playing gatecrasher, after I engage the first pod, the other two don't move. On legendary, I failed to mention there is 3 pods instead of the advent trooper and the officer trooper pod. There's also a sectoid pod. So we're not going to move any farther forward past where this rookie is, because I don't want to risk activating a pod.
What's making that noise?
Again, we're going to blue move up into cover.
Closing on target position now.
I have a feeling the pod is going to be somewhere up in this area, but we do have a building that we can use for a height advantage, so that is really, really beneficial. So this went from like a really bad start for gatecrasher into a, hey, this is salvageable, and I can still make something of this run.
I can handle that. Is it clear?
Steady.
Overwatch. Scanning. On Overwatch.
Delta Squad, stay alert.
So from here, we're probably going to go the long way around. That way we can almost guarantee that we get to that building without Advent catching us. I can pretty much guarantee you there's not going to be a pod on this side of the map for gatecrasher. All the pods are always going to be up here at the monument. So I feel perfectly fine in sprinting.
No need to ask twice. On it.
Delta Squad, stay alert.
So we'll blue move up
Alright,
to
I'll
here.
go.
Still no pods. We're still pretty far away from the monument. Not to the point where I probably want to move any farther forward, but I will
Worth it.
yellow move farther over to the right.
On the move. Rolling out.
Making these civilians run away, and it keeps me from tabbing to my next unit,
into
always
position.
trips me out because I think that I'm I'm activating a pod. Okay, so from here, we're gonna blue move out of cover up to the building. We're gonna blue move out of cover,
Understood. Moving out. What's over there?
and we will yellow move to keep our troops clumped together,
Moving on, sir.
and then we'll overwatch from here.
Moving target.
We're gonna go up this side over here. We're also using the corner of the building here to give us some cover. So there's a pod nearby because combat music has started.
No problem, boss.
So again, we're going to
Confirmed.
keep our troops clumped
Roll
together.
it.
And
Forward
Overwatch.
march initiated.
Out there.
I don't want to move in front of this window in case there's inside of this building. We're going to move up onto the roof. but not to the point where we can see down into the sidewalk below us.
Is it clear?
Moving on, sir.
That's affirmative.
Oro, cover
We
inspector.
got something over here.
Okay, and we're going to activate the pod. They actually came to us. We're really lucky.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
And we nearly killed the sectopod, or the sectoid, on the opening volley there, which is really lucky for us. We saw the officer over here, which means we probably don't want to push too much farther up. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to kill both of them with a grenade. This guy should fall through the floor and take 1 extra damage. Kind of sucks that we lost the loot, but it's okay. We'll go ahead and just reload
Good to go.
and then Overwatch in place.
Killing time.
Weapon ready.
Covered.
We'll continue up onto the roof.
Moving
Again,
into
making
position.
sure we don't have line of sight down here. We can see the officer is right there, though. So he might actually be in his combat loop.
Whatever you say.
So we'll blue move up
I'm on the move.
into these 2 half cover spots here. That way, if he does climb up the roof, we can take some Overwatch shots on him.
Overwatch, I'm covering now.
And sure enough, he did. This is right after I was saying that typically the other pods don't
The
move.
advent officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether they chalked it up
Oh,
to
we got
training
really
or
lucky with that that officer kill there. So a grenade on this guy is a guaranteed kill. We have a flanking shot. So we'll take this 88 on this flanked Advent Trooper. Only got a 3 though, which is unfortunate. We can put Brian here
Moving into position.
in cover and then throw a grenade, and that will kill that trooper from fall damage. Oh, we also rolled a 4, so that was pretty lucky. Let's not move up into this half cover here. So shooting out of this hole, if we can't see the trooper from here, I highly doubt that he'll be able to hit us. I'm gonna try and just, so I can't reach with the grenade, so I might end up having to moving up into that half cover if this 88 doesn't hit. So I can do one of 2 things here. I can take the risky play and try and kill this trooper with my rookie, or I can let Advent take 1 shot on more than likely this rookie right here. I could also go for the 74 right here. I'll still be in half cover facing both this direction and this direction, so let's take this 70. Let's take the 74. We'll reload for good luck, making effective use of all of our actions, and we'll take that 74.
Target neutralized.
Area is secure. We're not picking up any inbound contacts.
So in all, that was a really lucky gatecrasher. As I mentioned at the beginning, I thought we were kind of screwed from the beginning there, but
Roger that.
actually having us outside of concealment ended up being a benefit.
Got it.
Normally what people like to do is they like to get up on a building, like I have been throughout this run so far. You'll be in concealment, you'll run into the 3 trooper pod, you'll take the opening shot with one of your troopers, and your other 3 will be in Overwatch, just hoping that you can finish off the other, well, I guess finish off the pod with your Overwatch shots.
Overwatch.
-15, we have a limited window to act before Advent responds. We need to get those charges planted on the
Yep,
double.
that's Gatekeeper.
Rendezvous with the extraction
Let me know if you enjoy this sort of layout. I'm not really used to doing commentaries as far as YouTube. The next video I'll probably put up, I'll just continue from Gatecrasher here. I'll show you my thoughts as far as base planning and squad planning, as well as also just kind of decisions that I make when I'm going for particular scans and things like that. Go ahead and just finish promoting all these guys real quick.
Just like it sounds. Operating some of.
Okay, so I'll leave this first episode here,
Commander,
and
to the research labs.
yeah, I'll follow up with you guys. Let me know if you enjoy it. Best of luck to you in your games. Talk to y'all soon.